Right now at 9, a state of emergency. Hillary hammering SoCal this morning with winds, rain, and wild weather. We are tracking this unprecedented warning as the tropical storm churns into SoCal.
We have live team coverage of area closures, evacuations, flight cancellations, open shelters, and storm preps in your community, including Casey Montoya tracking your storm.
We pretty much have rain all across the viewing area right now, and if it's not raining yet in your neighborhood, it will be very soon with much more to come. We're going to talk about that coming up.
Good morning and welcome to the KTLA Weekend Morning News at 9 o'clock. I'm Lauren Lister.
And I'm Paige Rivera. Thank you for being with us this morning. We want to begin with that breaking news. The Southland is bracing at this hour for drenching rain as Tropical Storm Hillary swirls up the coast of California.
Widespread extreme weather with the threat of dangerous flooding, thunderstorms, and possible outages heading our way. We do have reporters fanned out across the Southland during this state of emergency.
KTLA 5's Aaron Myers is in downtown LA with Mayor Karen Bass, and Megan Tellis is in Rancho Cucamonga with the dangerous road conditions.
But we begin here with Casey Montoya monitoring the storm, leading off our team coverage. And Casey, you were saying there is wet weather throughout our viewing area right now.
Yeah, exactly. And let's first take a look at Tropical Storm Hillary. Was downgraded from a Category 1 hurricane within the last couple of hours, skirting the coast of Baja, expected to make a landfall officially within the hour. The cone showing pretty much the same track that we've been seeing. What does the cone mean? It means that the center of the storm could move a little to the left, a little to the right, but just because you're not in here does not mean you will not see severe weather. It is already happening and will for the rest of the day into tomorrow. Max Doppler has shown some pretty significant rainfall already through parts of San Diego County, heavier rain through Orange County and the Inland Empire, parts of the Los Angeles Basin, Lancaster, and even to areas north. But really, the impact is what's going to start happening later this morning into the afternoon. This is a future cast and showing you when you see the darker greens, those oranges, the yellow colors, when you see the reds and the purples, which you will as I advance this, that's very significant weather. Thunderstorms likely. Severe weather is coming today for a lot of us. Notice how once it starts raining, we don't really see that much in a break of the rain. Maybe it'll be lighter, maybe it'll be heavier in your neighborhood, but this is even through the afternoon into the early evening. It is going to continually be heavy downpours today. It's looking like by this evening we'll start to see some breaks, but even if it stops raining in your neighborhood, just wait. There is more to come, and that's why we're leaving the threat in the forecast today and tomorrow as well. What could we see? Flash flooding, thunderstorms, which would come with some possible heavy rain and hail. The lightning strikes as well, and again, some very gusty winds. The most significant impact, what we think, is going to be flooding. Expecting 1.5 to 3 inches for the coast and basin, 2 to 4 inches for the valleys and foothills, mountains 3 to 7 inches, with some areas getting up to 10 inches. And for our deserts, both high and low, 3 to 7 inches of rain expected. The flood watch in effect now. It is very likely this will be turned into a flood warning for some and flash flood warning for others as we head throughout the day. High wind warning in effect for this area and those interior spots. We could see isolated gusts up to 70 miles an hour, even stronger. And this tropical storm warning still in effect for this widespread area. Let's talk about those winds. On here, this is a look at gusts. The purple is 50 miles an hour. That's as strong as this goes. We will see winds stronger than that today. Just want to show you how widespread these strong winds are going to be as we head into the afternoon and early evening, especially in the desert and mountain communities. That can down trees. It can down power lines. It can send anything not cemented to the ground flying down the street. A reminder to bring inside anything you haven't already, because the gusty winds have not picked up for some of us just yet. Temperatures have cooled off since this morning. When we all arrived here 4 in the morning, it was very warm and muggy. Already seeing these numbers fall. 70 in Ontario, 65 in Palmdale right now, 72 at LAX, and 70 in Temecula. Humidity percentages. It's not often we see 100% relative humidity, but that's what we're seeing in several of these inland spots. These numbers were also not this high this morning, so you can see this forecast is rapidly changing. We did just look at those wind gusts, so we'll talk about the rest of the forecast coming up. Again, even if it's not raining in your neighborhood, it is likely to start very soon. Back to you guys.
Casey, thank you. And we've been watching a number of events and outdoor activities that are being canceled because of the impacts of this storm. Businesses modifying their plans as Hillary slams into Southern California. The rain and potential flooding could impact our local businesses. Let's check in with KTLA's Megan Tellis live in Rancho Cucamonga with the very latest. Megan, has it been a steady stream of people trying to, prepare in time?
Steady now, not so steady in the early hours of the morning. Ralph's right here off the 210, just south of it, off of Day Creek. It opened at 6 o'clock this morning. I didn't see anyone here, but then here we are in the later hours, and people are definitely going in. I just talked to a woman named Trish. She's from right here, Rancho Cucamonga. She said she started preparing yesterday. It was her and someone else in the vehicle, and she said she came back this morning because she's hearing the pieces of advice. The electricity may go out, so she wanted to get a couple of extra items, including milk, and she says she'll be sure to have that ready to go. Sweet woman. She didn't seem scared, but she seemed very prepared, and that is the good thing this morning. I think the message has been out there: prepare, 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 and people seem to be doing that, at least here in Rancho Cucamonga. What people may not be prepared for is this to happen. You know, accidents on the freeway. Of course, we think it could happen, but it probably won't happen. But when it does, it's not a good sight to see. This accident here at 3 o'clock this morning, a solo driver was involved in a spin out at the westbound 210 on-ramp from 30th Street. This was in San Bernardino. CHP says the driver was getting onto the freeway when he lost control, spun out into the embankment right there on that freeway shoulder. So again, a reminder, be ready, slick roads. If you do need to be on the roads, just be prepared for that. In Riverside, on the northbound side of the 215, if you haven't seen this video, we have it for you. A semi-truck spun out. The Amazon Prime truck slid off of the freeway. It looks like that driver went over the guardrail. The lane was blocked off while officials cleared the debris there. No word on how that driver's doing this morning, but no reports of anything serious. Now, according to National Weather Service, a tropical storm warning, it does remain in effect until 10:45 a.m. Time check, it is 9:06 this morning, so we still got some time. We'll see if that gets extended. This is for cities in the IE, including Riverside, San Bernardino, Ontario, Temecula, even where I'm at this morning, Rancho Cucamonga. I can tell you the wind speed's not so bad in this moment, but there are gusts. This rain shot in Loma Linda, where there have been scattered showers since about 2 o'clock this morning. I do want to end on this. Evacuation notices are in place for residents in Oak Glen, Forest Falls, Mountain Home Village, Angeles Oaks, and Northeast Yucaipa. Be prepared. 10 inches of rain could happen here in the San Bernardino Mountains and the cities right below it over the next 48 hours, and those wind gusts could get up to about 60 miles per hour. So again, as you come back out live here, Rancho Cucamonga, it has been consistently coming down. Not coming down like it's a downpour, but it's drizzling at this hour. And the wind, it's there. There's a breeze, but in this moment, it's fine. The worst is yet to come. We'll keep you updated. That's the latest. I'm Megan Tellis. Back to you guys in Hollywood.
Megan, thank you. An important note on those evacuation notices for people in some of those mountain communities that have the potential to be hard hit. Thank you, Megan. And here now, let's take a live look from San Diego. This is where the storm hit first before moving up into the LA area. The center of the storm is expected there between 3 and 6 o'clock this afternoon, but heavy rain and powerful winds are anticipated in the late morning hours. So far, San Diego seeing just scattered showers, but gusts are already strengthening along the coast, exceeding 40 miles an hour.
And people in Orange County are waking up to rainfall this morning as the storm moves north. This is video from San Clemente near Avenida Pico and the 5 freeway. This area got slight drizzle around 3 o'clock this morning. When the camera zooms in like that, you could really get the sense of the rain from the lights there.
And Hillary's arrival is already causing some major power outages across our state. More than 45,000 customers are without power this morning. Here in Southern California, 9,500 SoCal Edison customers are experiencing outages. 2,100 Glendale Water and Power customers are also without power. Outages also being experienced in Burbank, Pasadena, Riverside, and Los Angeles.
Governor Gavin Newsom proclaiming a state of emergency for much of Southern California to support response and recovery efforts as Hillary rolls in. He's warning residents to take this storm seriously. Newsom says thousands of people on the ground are working hand in hand with federal and local personnel to support communities in the path of the storm. CalFirst also has pre-positioned swift water team rescue and urban search and rescue teams. In addition, approximately 2,000 Caltrans personnel are on 12-hour shifts, 24 hours a day, monitoring burn scars for potential mudslides and landslides that we could see pop up, installing pumps in areas prone to flooding. And should also mention, we heard from Mayor Karen Bass that the White House has been in contact with the governor and also local leaders saying they have support for that.
Yeah, and those burn scar areas always a concern during the rain. Hillary poses an extra risk to residents of Rolling Hills Estates, where a land shift destroyed 10 homes last month. Well, experts now worry vast amounts of rain could worsen an already unpredictable situation there. And yesterday, structural engineers and LA County Fire visited all 12 red-tagged homes, including the 10 destroyed. Crews carefully removed hazardous material that could have washed away into the ocean, and they also did help retrieve some personal items for residents. Now, despite all the storm preparations, Hillary is still expected to cause some damage to homes and vehicles here in SoCal. So what should you do if your property is hit, and how can you get reimbursed? Well, insurance companies are offering a few tips ahead of the storm. They say the most important thing to do is to document the damage with pictures or videos and report your losses as soon as you can. If possible, you should not remove debris or damage related to your claim. You can even get money to help clean up. And if you're forced to evacuate, make sure to keep receipts for any additional expenses, things like hotel costs, because you can get money back for that as well.
That is very important information there. We're also tracking the latest beach closures. This is a live look right now at Sunset Beach. Right now, all Orange County beaches are closed or partially closed, both state and county, including Doheny, San Clemente, and Bolsa Chica State Beach. Meanwhile, in LA County, Santa Monica State Beach, Malibu Creek, and Will Rogers are partially closed. We do have a full list of beach closures on our website, ktla.com. Please don't visit the beach.
Fierce winds ripping through Mexico's Baja California region as Hurricane Hillary at that time rolled through the area yesterday. Of course, it's now a tropical storm, but it was a hurricane when it caused what you see here. Hillary has already proven deadly. According to reports, the massive floods in Baja claimed at least one life there.
The Wetlands and Wildlife Care Center looks after endangered, sick, and orphaned animals.
So yesterday, local community members, they came together to help the critters find safety ahead of the arrival of Hillary. This is the video you're seeing here. Debbie McGuire and her team in Huntington Beach had their hands full as the animals and staff at the center were asked to evacuate because of Hillary. So McGuire says she has never had to move all 1,000 animals at once, but the safety of her staff and animals is the top priority.
Potential high winds, potential storm surge. These animals might not make it if left to stay here.
Right. Well, also, I don't want to put any staff or volunteers at risk for trying to get here to feed them. More so the winds, and we have half of our outside cages are fatigued with some rust. You know, they're chain link, and I'm worried they won't make it through this storm.
With those animals evacuated, McGuire says her attention now turns to the aftermath of the storm. She says the cost of moving the animals out of the facility is already taking a toll on the animal center's budget. So she's hoping damages from the storm will not make that situation worse.
Hillary is disrupting plans for sports fans, concert goers, and campers. MLB games involving the Dodgers and Angels were played yesterday in anticipation of the storm. Major League Soccer is also postponing games. Today's Galaxy match is moved to October 14th, and LAFC's match is being moved to August 23rd. You see the list here on your screen. Death Valley and Joshua Tree National Parks are also closed, and KCRW's Summer Night Show is also postponed to September 10th.
A live look now at LAX, an update on the airport situation as Tropical Storm Hillary is snarling air travel today. 80 flights so far in and out of LAX canceled, and there are 91 delays. This all according to FlightAware. At Burbank Airport, meantime, several Southwest flights have been delayed or canceled, and so the advice is really check online with your carriers before heading out to the airport. We also want to say that in the rain-soaked desert, all Southwest flights into and out of Palm Springs Airport have been canceled until tomorrow morning.
Uber is partnering with the state of California to help those impacted by Hillary. The rideshare company says it's providing free rides up to $40 for those who need them to travel to temporary shelters. To redeem the discount, simply enter Hillary23 in the promo code section of the wallet within your app prior to selecting your destination. The promo only works for 3 rides until Wednesday. It lasts until Wednesday, so you can use that. That'll certainly help you get around.
And stay with KTLA 5 as we continue to track the path of Hillary. To stay up to date anytime, you can check out our interactive radar on ktla.com/Hillary and our free KTLA weather app. We will be on early this afternoon at 4 p.m. right after the Raiders game, and we will start early tomorrow at 3:30 a.m.